Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to our stream. Glad to see you guys back. Shit, I lost my train of thought. Damn it. But today we have, again, I need to ease up on the drinking. But today's guest is a person who's been on the stream before. His team went to Armor 3 recently, and they have a small contingent. Well, I say small, but I don't really know their numbers on Battlefield 1. Colonel Chase with the 1st Force Recon Milsim unit. We are currently waiting for an invite to the party, as we were instructed we would be invited to. But figured we get a pregame going on. I already started drinking, so that's my pregame. What's yours? This live stream is unofficially sponsored by Coolers Light. Climb on. For those who can drink, I choose Coolers Light because it's crisp and refreshing. I'm not saying any other beer is not like that, because I've been drinking Coolers Light since I was 15. So but it's my first beer, and it's the best beer. Alright. Nothing beats the crisp taste of a Coolers Light. And I know people are going to argue about that, but who cares? Oh, and for those who don't know and are tuned into the stream via Twitter or just happen to be alerted by Twitch, Milsim News Network is now officially on YouTube. You can find the link on Milsim News Network on Twitter and click and subscribe. And if you want to be on the stream, we could work with that. We'll find a way to get you on. Alright, so now we wait. It is currently 1801 CST. Shit. Not sure if this is true or not, but we received a photo from someone in the community, or who, I don't know, whatever. They sent us a screenshot. Apparently, 1st Marine Regiment hereby declares war on the 23rd Special Air Services. Alrighty, it's game time. Alrighty, alright.
Hello there.
Hello.
Oh, you're supposed to say, General Kenobi.
This ain't a meme fest.
What do you mean? It's all Milsim is meme fest.
That's fair. Before we start, let's go ahead and make sure your audio is included.
Yep, it is.
Alright. Welcome back to the stream. It's good to have you.
Yeah, good to be here. Always like being on the stream. I have Lieutenant Burns with me today. She just wanted to be part of the talk and whatnot. I hope that's okay.
I don't have any problems with it. You said Lieutenant?
Yeah, Lieutenant Burns.
Alright, just make sure the audio is included and we're all golden. But, Colonel, I had a question I want to ask. I've been wondering for a while. What exactly made you go to ARMA?
Well, the thing is, we didn't inherently just go to ARMA. We added ARMA to our unit because, to be honest, Battlefield 4 got very, very old after 5 years of it not being out now. It came out like, what, 2013 on 360? So however many years it's been out. And then Battlefield 3, which is basically Battlefield 4, just not as polished, came out in 2011. So if you look at it, one of ours has been playing the same fucking game for going on 7 years now. It got very, very old. And the thing that kept us on was Milsim and always improving. And with the modern community just being more and more shit and more unrealistic, I finally made the call and said, I'm getting bored of this. Let's expand and make another battalion. We didn't kill off our Battlefield battalion, though. It's not fun. We get nothing to gain from it.
Who runs the ARMA battalion?
Well, the ARMA battalion is actually currently offline. ARMA is a hard place to live. It is. There's so many good teams out there. And what we decided actually was it was better to have just focused on the 1FR battalion and then have the ARMA for fun. But what was great about the ARMA battalion movement, though, is that it got a lot of the members to get PCs so we can play it. So the interesting thing about ARMA is it's more realistic, naturally more realistic. So no longer do you just have quote-unquote 1FR over there running air, armor, and everything. 1FR is just infantry guys who play together on the PC. And then there's some kids who play as a 6MD, 6th Marine Division, some kids who play as an armored group, some who play as Air Forces. They're all in their own things on the PC. And we all play together for fun. And then when we come together on Xbox, we're under the 1FR banner. You know? So it's more realistic over there.
I tried playing ARMA before, but the only thing on ARMA I played is back when Armor 2 was still around, before Armor 3 came out. Of course, everyone knows if you wanted to play DayZ, you had to get to Armor 2. So.
Oh, DayZ was a classic on Armor 2.
Shit. I think it was just DayZ, just a regular one, before the standalone came out.
The standalone sucks. It's not optimized right, not much weapons, just, I don't know. I had a good game on standalone when it first came out. There was like 14 of us from real life playing together. You know, we had basically like a LAN party, and we got fucking eviscerated. We got eviscerated because this guy posted on some forum saying, "Hey, we've been undefeated so far. Come at us." We're like, "Okay, let's do it," because all our guys are geared up. And you know, DayZ sucks, man, because you got to go around finding all your shit, your suppressors, your magazines, your rifles, your ammo. It sucks. Yeah. Well, like you would think a damn M4 would still come off its carrying handle, but no, it doesn't. You gotta find a carrying handle. Like, it's dumb. It would have no. So like, we spent like basically 3 weeks getting all of our gear together, and like I'm talking, we were tacked out. We had the scout sniper section. We had a fucking rifle section, a machine gun section. We were tacked out, right? We go to the server. Well, of course, the entire world wanted in on it. And at 50-player max server, we were able to get 2 people in there at a time, and we would just get eviscerated 2 at a time, and basically we all got wiped. And that was the last time I played DayZ because I was pissed off about it. But Arma 3 is a little bit different. It's fun. My favorite game mode in Arma 3 is definitely, I think it's called Insurgency. I don't know the game modes. It's the mode where you can build bases. I like building the bases and then commanding from there. That's my style.
If I'm not mistaken, with the Xbox One X, the whole Scorpio thing coming out, that's
Sure.
from what I'm told, it's rumored to support like games like Arma 3. Now,
Well, hell, Xbox original, the Xbox 360 was rumored to support, Arma 2. Xbox One was rumored to support Arma 2 and then Arma 3. They can support it. The question is, will they? And the answer is no. See, little known secret, people don't do their research on developers. You know the game Operation Flashpoint? Operation Flashpoint is made off of the Arma engine. It's off the Arma engine. It had Operation Flashpoint Dragon Rising, Operation Flashpoint, the Red Dragon or whatever, and then there's one that came out in the original Xbox. Point is though, is that actually is the Arma engine, and it came from the Arma developers when they had a split. They had an argument, do they take the Microsoft deal or not? Because Microsoft wanted to buy them out. Those who got bought out by Microsoft made that the studio that made Operation Flashpoint, and as you see by the 3 installments, they sucked. Arma will never come to Xbox because they basically hate Microsoft. Unless they're able to negotiate some new deal or whatever, it's not happening. More likely you'll see it on PlayStation.
that sucks.
It does suck, but that's just the reality of Xbox, So that's why I've always been preaching that we need to be able to make our own world here instead of depending on the developers making it for us.
I'm not sure what company does this, but the company that makes the World of Tanks, World of Warplanes, and of course my all-time favorite World of Warships. I just love driving the fucking Alabama around and blasting people out of the water. If they somehow brought it over to Xbox, I wouldn't even give a fuck. I'd sell my computer.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. I mean, I play some War Thunder on the computer, which is basically combining all 3. That's why I love it. You actually have players in the air over you as your...
because they're still working on the Navy.
Well, yeah, the Navy's still coming out, but it will come out, and when it does, it will effectively combine all 3.
They got
even
PT
still,
boats
the
now,
air and
but
land component.
Next thing you know, it's they're working on destroyers.
Destroyers, light cruisers, yeah. And what's really going to be great about that is you have someone flying overhead right now, providing you that good air support while you're in a tank. That's just closer to realism than just war tanks, where it's just tanks. That and War Thunder has me in a soft spot. It goes all the way up to Vietnam era, which is nice. I enjoy that a lot. You very rarely. So what that means though is for me, you have a Korean War era in between there, and that's my soft spot because you never have ever seen a video game about the Korean War.
I think Battlefield. I'm a gambling man, and I'm willing to bet that the next Battlefield is going to be Korean War because no one has made a war game about that.
It'll be World War II. It'll be World War II, Battlefield 1944. It's been their IP for years, and they're waiting for a new engine, which was the Battlefield 1 engine. Their next one will be Battlefield 1944. And you know how you know it?
I'll put money on it.
They always model after Call of Duty. Nah. I mean, they might just to pass up the Call of Duty taking World War II niche.
If they're going to do World War II, then it's going to be in the Pacific, since Call of Duty World War II is
No,
in
1943 was in the Pacific. You forget about 1943. It will be in Europe again because they want to remaster Europe. I almost guarantee it. Because what does that also open up for? Battlefield 2144, which was hinted at in Battlefield 4.
Now we've seen.
Sorry?
Besides from the Armor 3 battalion, we've seen that First of all is kind of going into Battlefield 1. Now, is that a small contingent, or is that kind of
we're considering it
starting process?
I mean, as you know, I am the strongest advocator against Battlefield 1. I had like a 3-hour rant when it first was announced about how it was wrong, and even to this day I have a flip of shit about all the historical inaccuracies and shit. Which, by the way, on a side note, Call of Duty World War II, fucking disgusting. Black female Nazis, all I gotta say. Alright, back to the point ahead of Battlefield 1. Yeah, you didn't see that? Because you have custom character creation in Call of Duty World War II. People are making their characters black and female. Well, that's an insult to just logic. And so you have your Nazi characters, which are black and female, running around, and I'm just like, this is so insulting to logic that it just hurts. Just so people understand, Nazis banned African American culture, music, basically the race themselves.
Here's
So they would
something
never let them
I
in the
learned
military.
about World War II. Apparently, Adolf Hitler was like kind of surprised that African Americans were fighting for the United States, since, if anything, the United States at the time was more Aryan than Germans were. And so he actually put out a offer to any black soldier, sailor, airman, or whatever, willing to come over to the German side. He would help take care of him, like he'll set him up, like get him what they need when it comes to the infantry, Navy, or Air Force. And I heard that, and it surprised the hell out of me because I didn't expect it coming from him.
I mean, I hate to admit it, but Hitler was a genius. He also wasn't the man behind the Holocaust. That was Goebbels.
Hitler
was a genius.
That was Heinl, wasn't it? Or what did you say his name?
Well, Goebbels propaganda minister. It was
Heimel?
Heinrich
Himmel,
I think,
Himmel
was the one behind the Holocaust.
It's like Charlie
Hitler
Manson.
was just a politician.
Everyone wants to blame Charlie Manson, but they don't blame the people that actually did it.
There's got to be a figurehead, just like how everybody likes to blame me for things when I'm not even related. You know, like it's got to be a figurehead. You got to blame someone, and Hitler took the fall. So be it. He's a man in history. But back to Battlefield 1.
I mean, yeah.
Absolutely. And back to Battlefield 1. I'm considering it. I was privy to a Milsim match that 123rd, a French unit in there as well. A couple people were there, and we got to do a little small fire team and witness and watch. It was fun. I'll admit it. It was fun. And they had a lot of rules and regulations that were necessary, such as only one machine gunner per fire team or one assault man. You can't have both. The French can't have SMGs. The Germans can. Shit like that. They actually really policed it. That's what I've been saying was necessary to do it. You have to police the fuck out of these games if you're going to do it. Yeah, we still can't get past the historical inaccuracies of like half the battlefield being black, which it's not a race thing. It's just a historical inaccuracy, and it's maddening. You know? Yeah, we can't get past that. So be it. But on the gameplay wise, I looked at it like, well, Battlefield 4 sucks as well, and people F around all the time in Battlefield 4, doing their jet ramming, their all sorts of different BSs. The same concept Battlefield 1 if they can control it well enough, and I thought they did. For example, they banned tanks, they banned aircraft, and shit like that. So that's potential. So again, back to the initial note of how we've been on Battlefield 3 and 4 for going on 7-8 years now. I'm looking for new ways to entertain my men while maintaining those Milsim aspects, and I'm considering Battlefield 1 if it can be controlled correctly.
Are you considering GTA? Is that in the mix, or?
No. GTA was actually very first considered when it came out. It had a lot of potential, but it had some massive falling points that made it impossible, such as if they would have took the GTA 4 system, piloted GTA 5, actually would have been helpful. We actually played Milsim on GTA 4. Back, we actually did. GTA 5 not so much, because the problem is players can spawn in with their weaponry, right? And not that far away. So you can spawn in. Joe, this is what happened to Joe blow up the minigun, would spawn in like 100 meters away, light your formation up, you manage to kill him, he spawns in again, another 100 meters away with the same minigun, just less rounds, lights your formation up again. You know, it's just, the gameplay is just a little too chaotic and heinous, which it's designed to be, to support a proper Milsim environment of patrols, shit like that, you know? And then also, you can't turn off cops. If you can't turn off cops, you can't do missions. Because then it eventually always ends in running away from the cops, you know? It's not Milsim. It's not Milsim, you know, like, because you can't beat the cops. They will either kill you or you will get away. You cannot actually beat the cops. So that's not Milsim. And so we couldn't do it. It was fun though, because we would have formation runs, formation PT on obstacle courses, swimming courses. I would teach MCMAT, Marine Corps Martial Arts, which was fun. We actually figured out a way that your characters could actually dodge blows and take hits. Like, we actually got really good at the martial arts in that game. All sorts of different things we were figuring out. We got the uniform of the day, uniforms and shit that we'd put on. You know, you could salute, all different kinds of shit, which, by the way, pisses me off. You salute with your left hand in that game, and that drives me insane. But it was possible.
I seen a civilian do
chaotic.
that. Yeah, I just seen a civilian do that a while ago. I pretty much want to do our Lord Mr. Mattis's knife hand, just kill him right there.
Yeah, knife handing is key. It's the secret to success. It's just knife hand. People don't realize it because it's Xbox, but whenever I'm yelling at someone, I'm knife handing the screen.
Miss
Always
Burns,
knife
you've
handing.
been quiet the whole time. I'm hopefully not boring you.
Burns, you there?
I gave you a beer.
Might be away. She's been working on some things for me, so she might be away.
Oh,
She just want to
on
be
the
part of the
topic
talk.
of Battlefield 1, I'm pretty sure through Captain Legend, I'm not sure if that's his actual name.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Okay. There is in the works, Milsim Olympics,
Interesting.
and I'm
That'd be
reading
the
this.
second iteration.
They're
Then.
actually getting real good at this. They're getting real organized with it. And Drew Kaiser wanted me to be a judge. And I was like, I can't really be the only one, man. I'll probably talk to Art and Hoplite, see if he's interested. But
So it's like mortar dodging,
it's not really that. It's
pawn relay, like that, or actual
I-
like battles.
I would have to open my phone and look at it. But they are listing off
One
a
FR
lot of
hosted an
stuff.
Olympics on Battlefield 3. Back in Battlefield 3, we hosted
Okay,
the first
here's,
Milsim Olympics, and that was like mortar
the-
dodge and shit like that.
Okay, I got one of the notes open. It's the main category of events: aviation, infantry, armor, naval, cavalry, and war games.
So it's actually battles, not just Olympics.
Battles, yes, and I guess
Interesting.
each thing is scored. I'm not sure what the score is. Probably like from 0 to 30, if I had to guess. And they already got the aviation notes and the infantry notes set up. I guess the next thing they're working on is armor and naval, which I'm actually kind of curious to see naval.
It'll just be PT boat versus PT boat probably.
Well, I'm guessing that's going to be one of them, but you also remember one of the dreadnoughts is it's actual dreadnought, British.
Yeah, but what would
battleship.
they? You can't have dreadnought versus dreadnought. So what are they going to do? Dreadnought like artillery range?
Artillery kill tally. I'm only guessing. I'm just shooting in the dark right now. But shit, if you want to take a quick break, I'm out of beer, and it's a no-go for me.
Yeah, go ahead, man. I'll take a head call then.
Alright. Police to head call. Ugh, shit. Alright, alright, alright. God damn. Yeah, that one viewer, I'm not sure who it is. It's probably Cobra Games. Do 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 do. Uh. Do 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 do. Fuck. Jesus loves me, yes he does. Something, something I don't know. Not sure who that one viewer is. He's not talking. Oh wait, that's me. Do 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 do. Not the longest piss break someone's seen, but whatever. Shit.
I'm back.
Alright, I'm just playing some Bob Seeker.
Sorry about that. I had to do some errands real fast.
Well, let's say that might have been one hell of a dump.
No, I had to do some quick errands.
Alright, so what was the last topic we were talking about? The Olympics or
Battlefield
something?
1. Olympics. Yeah, I don't know anything about these Olympics, but be sure to ask Legend. They sound interesting, and I encourage people to attend them if they are a real thing.
So far, I think it's like 12 people now from in the chat. Actually, oh wait, it's 19 people now. Myself included. I'm actually curious to see how this whole Milsim Olympics is going to play out.
I think there needs to be more structure to Milsim, personally. Just like in the Battlefield 4, there needs to be brackets and tournaments, not just these war declarations and shit, because it's making Milsims too political, to the point now that apparently 5MR has been rallying to say 1FR is not Milsim, and so we can't play Milsim matches, which is
so far I've been seeing them saying that you guys aren't relevant.
Yeah, see, and who are they to make that claim when we created them? You know? So, like, I don't know, it's just ridiculous, and I think... Well, it's factual. Go look it up. 5MR came from 1FR,
I'm not saying it's not.
There they are.
I mean...
Well, actually, I believe we were on this topic before, so I'm not going to rebeat a dead horse, but, you know, shit like that. Milsim is too political. There's a fake proxy democratic system in play that doesn't actually represent anything but the majority of the fails. It's a whole political system, really, of being able to just make your own unit, vote how you're ordered to, and then delete said unit, and it just repeats, and pushing agendas. And I warned about this when it first happened, you know, and I just think Milsim needs to settle the fuck down, cut out this political shit, and actually be like Milsim was, where if you declare war on someone, you actually fight. You don't just hide in isolation for 3 months till till the enemy team gets bored, tired, or can't work anymore. You know, so... I'm excited for this Olympics thing, so maybe it's a precedence for a more structured environment.
That's one thing. If it's... Oh, shit. If they're going to do the Olympics, I'm curious, are they going to do the opening ceremony? It would be kind of funny if they did.
I don't even know what that would even entail.
No,
hey, maybe you can have your first live reporting where you have a 24/7 Twitch live stream from your cameraman, huh? As you're giving a report. What if I goes for the rally? He goes for the 100, goes for the 200, what if I do the 300? You're like giving a fucking live sports report.
It's that FIFA tournament. It's like, go!
Yeah, fucking maybe you can make that a thing. You know how Battlefield 4 commentators are whenever like Battlefield does like a live event, you know, and they're like, yeah, those fucking Milsim or not Milsim, those game commentators. Oh, look at what's this fucking look at 420,
hey,
90,
he goes for the shot.
whatever.
He's got it.
Exactly, be like that, you know. That'd be good for you. That'd be good for MNN. That'd be funny. Then you can have some competing news agencies there, all trying to fight for the best shot. You gotta pay to have the best angle.
Thing, our biggest, I wouldn't say our biggest news rival, but one of them is a few of them are Milsim News Today and Rusty Round News. And I'll be honest,
yeah.
Rusty's been quiet for a while. Like we haven't heard shit from him. Which is
honestly, I don't fuck with any of those news networks. It's hard to figure out what's reliable and what's not because they're also non-partisan. They really are partisan. Excuse me, they're really partisan, and that means like they have favorites. You know, and it's obvious, and so it's so hard to get reliable news that I hate to admit it, and this is going to sound favoritistic, but I only kind of follow yours because yours is proven to be really non-partisan, you know. So that's a success on your back, but I just don't check them. I do like Milsim.
I feel like that drunk guy waking up
on
someone's lawn. I feel like that drunk guy just waking up on someone's lawn is like realizing, oh shit, I have to go to work. And it feels like a challenge coming on in and like haul ass to work. It's like, let's do this.
Literally. I'll have to admit though, those troll news networks are getting funny though.
We actually know the most recent one that come out, Yankee Milsim News. We actually know who that is.
Oh, I haven't heard of this one yet.
But we know who he is, but he hasn't really caused any problems for us, so we're not going to release his name. Let's actually
freedom of speech, I guess.
True.
The way you beat media is you have to show your
someone,
media is more reliable.
We want to just give them privacy, like I guess I would say benefit of the doubt. I mean, if you fuck up once, then it's your ass. But fucking I was gonna say something, but I forgot it. Damn it. So I guess you were told it was BYOB, BYOD. What's your poison today?
Yeah, I brought coffee.
Oh, come on. At least make an Irish coffee.
I'm out of whiskey, otherwise I would.
I got like
no, I have
maybe a
shot
glass.
I have two 12-packs of beer. I have two 12-packs of beer right in front of me. I'm not opening it because I was drunk as fuck last night and I'm hungover, so I'm trying to not.
How old are you?
23.
Fucker, you're younger than I am.
Your point?
I'm 25 and I don't even get hangovers.
Oh, I get hangovers like a motherfucker.
Well, I guess that's my superpower.
Or I just drink a lot more than you.
See, that's the thing. If we were to ever meet face to face, I would record it and we would do a drinking contest.
Now, I will warn, my record is in Germany at Hofbräuhaus München, Berlin. I drank 6 liters, which comes out to about a gallon, 0.3 of the darkest, heaviest German beer they had.
Pics or never happen.
I think my sister has pictures of me dancing on a table, which will not be released, but we definitely have pics.
There must be proof for this claim. So I'll be honest, everyone in the community by now knows me as the fucking lovable alcoholic. Like, there's not one weekend I don't go.
You're the love alcoholic, I'm the hated alcoholic. I realized, I did the math one day, and this is disgusting, but that's why I kind of cut back on drinking as well. I realized in my last semester of college, I went every single day with at least 1 beer in me. So,
I did that shit when I was in the service. Like, when I was overseas in Japan, drinking age over there is 20, and that's what the Navy goes by. Like, as soon as you turn 20, okay, you can drink. But stateside, you have to be 21. The weekend I turned 20, I took leave, and I was staying in Tokyo at a hotel, which is cool as hotel. It's like an apartment, 1-room apartment. Everything is where it needs to be. Even had a balcony. But down the street from the hotel was this American-style bar, and I'm not sure where you are, but you ever heard of like the whole Boomerang Diner, like an all-American diner, or like some diner that looks like it's from the 50s or 60s?
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like that. Like, they had the fucking jukebox, the checkered floor, the car seat booths, and all that kind of shit. Like, there was some cool shit. And the only American beer they had was Budweiser. Yeah, I'll drink Budweiser. I mean, hell, I'll drink any beer. Anyone in the Navy will drink beer. But as far as I know, I tried to buy everyone around, but the bartender wouldn't let me. But fucking, I know I walked out a happy man, because I don't remember leaving the bar, but I fucking remember waking up in the middle of the night, fucking feeling around, make sure I had all my shit. What fuck. I'm kind of stuck on a topic. I'm gonna let you pick a topic now.
I mean, whatever, man. It's your interview. Yeah, I don't know.
We were
Everything's going good. I just think. Go on.
we're actually on YouTube. We just opened up our YouTube channels today.
Really? That's really cool, actually. So the recording is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't have any topics. I just think Milsim needs to correct itself. I'm preaching that every time. You know, they need to get mature, get realistic. You know, respect thine elders. You know, shit like that.
You know this,
you know me. I'm on it
you
every
know the
time on that.
situation with not first off fire. God damn it, it's you. FT, right? Field team.
Field team. What about them?
Like, no, like they haven't done anything. Like, I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
use
because
that
they
as an
basically are
example,
dead
like,
again.
They've been quiet, relatively
They're
speaking.
basically dead again. Their colonel and their lieutenant colonel Cold both retired and left their men for dead. And now what's left of their command staff
I'll
is
be
just
honest
trying
right here
to
in the
run it.
stream. I am not a big fan of Cold, because past experience with them. Back when way before I did MNN, like before I volunteered to help a guy that used to run MNN. I used to help run a group called 3MD or 2MD. It was a very small unit. Well, apparently one of our guys caused some shit, and I was called into a party with FT Cold. I forget what rank it was at the time. And fucking, this is back when my GT was drunk sailor, all that kind of shit. And he's like, oh, I understand you're Navy. I was Army. I was like, all right, what rank? Oh, what was your MOS? Fucker never even gave me his rank or MOS. So he just said he was Army.
Actually, I'll be honest. That's the first time I ever heard he was in the military. So I'm not calling him still involved. I'm just saying he never told me in the years I've known him.
I asked him
I'm not
the
here to
second
trash talk
time
Cold.
I talked
I
to
actually
him
like
that
him.
he never what was it? When I asked, you said a while back you're in the Army. What did you do in the Army? He would not answer that question. And I wish I were recorded that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I never heard him say he's in the Army, so that's wild. You know, one of our field team have a very extensive history together. They are the first Sun unit from one of our. They came off of us in Battlefield 3, and we built them up, helped them out. They used all of our manuals, everything, all of our trainings. There was even a point in time where our recruit training actually was the same one. We used the same recruit training. Like we like our drill instructors and their drill instructors worked together, and we trained our recruits at the same time in the same server with each other. You know, sort of like we were sister units basically, and they were great with us. We were great, but then what happened was their colonel, he went away for a while, so I put my lieutenant colonel as their XO as their XO stood up. So we really had a really intertwined system. The colonel comes back, didn't like it, had a fit, started changing everything, and then Cold came to me and he said, "Hey, we had a treaty," and he said, "Hey, I'm enacting this treaty and I'm forcing you to overthrow the colonel to save our team." I didn't even want to. I went to the colonel and said, "Hey, this is happening." I told the colonel what happened, right? I told the colonel what happened. I go, "Look, man, they're trying to overthrow you, and I want you to know this ahead of time." I'm like, legally, I have to, but I want you to know this. What happens? Eventually, it gets turned back on 1FR, and everybody's blaming 1FR, saying we tried overthrowing field team and tried destroying field team and absorbing them. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck do you mean?
Someone brought that to my attention, saying that you guys tried to pull coup d'etat.
No, actually, we were asked to and forced to by the treaty by Cold, and then when we went to Cold, and you know, everybody started accusing 1FR of doing a coup d'etat instead of doing what Cold asked of fixing the unit like we promised we would. Cold goes, "I never asked you to do that. You're trying to betray us," and so he purposely destroyed our relationship with Field Team. And after that, Field Team and 458 didn't like 1FR, and that's what started that big rivalry.
What was there?
And,
was there
really
conversation between Cold 101, or was there another person in there?
It was myself, Sargon the Great, Cold, Danny BJ was there. He was one of the officers, one of the sergeants of Field Team was there, and they had a discussion. And Sargon the Great was not my XO, but he was the acting XO of Field Team, assigned from me to Field Team, and I also had my XO Lone Wolf there, and we all had this meeting. And Cold went to us and asked us to do this, and then up and turn around. Now 1FR's to blame, and they're all mad at us.
I would have brought that to attention. Like, we got multiple witnesses.
Well, I did,
otherwise.
and none of them wanted to talk. I did, and none of them wanted to talk. It was just 1FR versus Field Team at that point, because all the 1FR guys were like, well, yeah, we saw this fucking happen. You wanted us to. And all the Field Team guys were quiet about it, said, I wasn't there. I didn't agree to that. And they're just like, we're like, what the fuck do you, what? Like, I even had the guy's signature. Had his e-signature saying it was okay to do that. But they're like, you can just forge that. I'm like, oh, that's so dumb. So, yeah, no, we definitely got framed for that one.
Biometrics is a new kind of thing. Like,
that'll be
I'm
nice.
not sure if they're. I'm not sure if they're doing it in computers now, but some of the computers have like fingerprint scanners installed in them.
Really?
Like little.
Yeah, like phones, like iPhones have that. Yeah.
Well, no. That's not like iPhones, but let's say IBM. You ever notice on the bottom right corner that little weird strip of whatever the hell it is, and you never know what it's for on an IBM computer? Laptop.
The fingerprints or something?
Apparently it's some kind of like you slide from up to down your fingerprint, like your finger, index, middle finger, whatever, and it scans it.
Really?
And it's like you can. That's another way for you to do a biometric scan or a biometric agreement. Say, oh yeah, I scanned my fingerprint and signed it. They signed it with.
Well, you know, 1FR, we're very heavy on our paperwork. You know, the first war doc ever in Milsim was written by us. The first A&A contract was written by us, and actually, the modern A&A contract and war doc is actually based off of what we used to do. So that's really great to see some actual formality behind it. So if there's any way I can actually have a more legally binding way of making people actually do what they're signing for, 100% I'll do it. Because I don't know about everybody else's Milsim out there. 1FR runs themselves like a business. We do. And we believe in contracts being legitimate. So if you sign a contract with 1FR, you're going to keep a contract.
I heard 1FR does page 11s. Is that true?
We do page 11s. We do MOS contracts. We do actual recruiting contracts with an oath under God. We take our shit very seriously. You know, every contract we ever sign with people, we keep. We sign. We actually notify with witnesses, third-party witnesses. We take very seriously. Basically, just short of actually being able to physically write it with a signature, it's the only thing missing. Everything else is actually legally binding, and if 1FR actually gave a fuck, we could go after some people legally and actually play some games, but that's just too much money for a video game right now.
Well,
if money starts getting involved in Milsim, though, we will.
Have to be notarized for it to be a legal contract?
That's what I'm saying, like we would have to have it legally notarized. We would actually have to do it that way, and if we really took it seriously. So we don't take it that seriously yet, but if Milsim starts involving the dollar sign, we will.
That would be something to see.
Well, that was my plan for Milsim, and Milsim keeps fucking around. I'm trying to make us all rich here, and no one wants to listen to me. I'm trying to make us rich here, and no one wants to do the fucking method. They'd rather just stay. That's what pisses me off, right? I got Milsim very close. Go on.
Are you familiar with shit? You remember when Halo 3 came out?
Yeah. You mean like MLG teams and all that shit? All those websites?
This one. I joined Xbox Live when Halo 3 was out. Like, my first game was Halo 3. Back when I joined, MLG was like still like clans versus clans, all that kind of shit. And from then to now, MLG has grown into a
massive
what is now. Like, if anyone follows on social media, you'll see like MLG and
it's on ESPN.
Fuck yeah, like esports. Is that what you're trying to do for the Milsim community?
That has been for years. Ever since I'd say the 5-year mark of 1FR, that's been my goal, is to make Milsim an actual economy with a freaking tournament style bracket that can compete and beat MLG. Because this is my argument point right here. If day one, anybody who plays MLG who comes to Milsim finds Milsim more fun. Inherently, it's more attractive. It's more interesting. Now, it might be not so much now because Call of Duty with all wall running and shit, it's action packed, while Milsim's more slow. But inherently, Milsim provides a better environment, a more tactical environment that people genuinely enjoy to watch. It's like watching a chess match, but way more action packed. People like that. They really do. Milsim has competitive. We can genuinely create a tournament style system where we actually have big money actually running through, because that's how we get the games we want. I've been saying this since day one. That's how we get the games we want on Xbox. They make more and more flashy, shooty games like Call of Duty and shit because there's MLG. It's where the money is. If there was a competing market out there, they would be making games for us, you know, and then it'd be money. But the problem is A, no one wants to unite. No one wants to follow basic rules. Everyone thinks that they're equals and they don't want to take orders. I hate to say it. This sounds cocky as fuck, but one of ours, the oldest here, we're the ones trying to lead with a flag. We're saying, hey, this is how things should be done, and everybody, instead of even listening, they just say, fuck you, Colonel, you're not in charge of me. Well, okay, I'm not in charge of you, sure, but don't be so arrogant when the teacher's trying to teach you, right? And so that's my infuriation right now. That's why one of our took a step back, and we're letting Milsim tear themselves apart right now. And they really are. Milsim is tearing each other apart right now. And when y'all are done being barbarians, one of our will walk back in and be like, are we ready to be mature now? We'll wait, and we'll make sure Milsim's done correctly. We tried doing it before with the SMSTR and now Tracer. Yeah, go on.
Oh shit. I'm just gonna jump to a different topic. A little bit ago, sometime this week, there's actually there was talks that began fucking alcohol about there should be a AD active duty / veteran Milsim unit, Milsim team, and there's actually talks about it forming up right now. There's legitimate talks, not just people talking.
I really hate that
talking
idea.
A smoke pit idea.
I don't know. I really hate that idea. I hate to say it, but veterans and Milsim are a serious fucking problem. We are too cocky. We think we know what we're doing. We are like, I've been there. I know what it is. The problem is, though, I think I've met in my entire Milsim experience 2 people who are actually officers in the military. The rest were sergeants, staff sergeants. The highest I've ever met was a quote-unquote master sergeant, which I never was able to affirm. Right? But we're going to believe he's truthful. We're all just sergeants, corporals, myself a lance corporal. We're just enlisted. We don't understand what it means to actually lead. So when we make Milsims, we treat it like we're sergeants and NCOs and shit, and not like officers. Being an officer is a whole different world. An officer and a gentleman. It's a whole different world, and no one gets that. I gotta praise LJ Goldscore, my former sergeant major. Now he's a real-life second lieutenant in the Air Force, and he also runs his Air Force team on ARMA. He does outstanding as a leader. Why? Because he understands what it means to be a leader. A Milsim team ran by actual military.
What it is to be a leader. He's a damn.
That's the point.
Air Force officer.
That's the point. Well, that's the point. None of us do, because we're just enlisted. I don't care if you're a sergeant, staff sergeant, whatever you are. You're just an enlisted man. You don't get it. We don't get it. It's our job to serve, not our job to think, right? So for an enlisted man to create a Milsim unit, he's going to be cocky. It's going to be fucked up. And you see this time and time again in Milsims, where you have an enlisted guy come in, like come to one of our, he goes, yeah, I was a sergeant in Marine Corps, we're going to give me. I'm like, how does boot camp and private sound? And they get shitty. Well, to be honest...
Fuck. Come on. Please keep the stream running. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not sure what the fuck happened. Yeah, I'm not sure what the fuck happened.
That's fine. But in short, what I was saying...
make sure... Again, make sure your audio is included.
Yeah. It is. Yeah, so in short, what I was saying is the sentiment's good, but we as veterans have to stop acting like we're so damn elite. We are not any different than civilians. We served our time. Thank you for it. Now get the fuck off your veteran pedestal. That's the problem in Milsim. That's veteran pedestal. They think they're elite.
That's some veterans from what I've seen, but that's not a lot of them. I mean,
well, no,
of course you got the active duty folks on Xbox and in some Milsim teams. and they
Well,
got.
it causes a massive breakdown in chain of command. Like, for example, I had a lance corporal in the actual Marine Corps who was a corporal in 1FR. He ended up refusing to take my orders because he said, "Oh well, you're a boot to me, so fuck you." And I'm like, what do you mean? I enlisted like 5 years before you did. But he thinks because he actually went on a MEU and I didn't, he thought that he rated and I didn't. And I'm like, listen, fucker, I don't care what you've done in real life. Xbox is different, devil. You gotta follow the structure.
Did
That
you call
kind
him a
of
pogue?
undermining. He was a pogue. He's a fucking correctional officer. He is a pogue.
What?
Like I don't give a fuck, man. I was an 0311, gets a pogue, but whatever. I don't care about that. See, that's the point right there, right there. It's our logic. We gotta like, well, how'd you counter it? There is no need to counter it. We just gotta both say, who gives a fuck? It's real life versus Xbox, you know? Xbox, I ask you, how many years you do Milsim? He tells me 1 year. I'm like, I got 12. There's the difference right there, you know? We gotta look at each other what we do in Xbox, not in real life. So creating this veteran-only unit just screams to me right now, military elitism, military culture, just this militaristic society in America is where we think we got to thank our veterans for shit that they didn't do. You know, for example, what is someone going to say to me, thank you for your service? What the fuck have I done to deserve that? I haven't killed people. Let's be honest, I have not gone to war. So why do I need that thank you? I don't. But America thinks we do.
Closest
new
thing I
team-
came to claim the war was the Korean Peninsula, and everyone knows how jumpy.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty
that shit
hot,
is.
but it's still not action, you know? You know,
Yeah.
thank you for getting drunk and fucking,
Texas
Seoul.
Street drunk. Yes.
Yeah.
I earned that
thanks.
title.
thanks for doing a nice Asian tour. That's really cool. See, that's the point. You know, we're in paid vacations, being thanked for our service. Well, okay, yeah, whatever. You know,
Well, that's the
that
thing,
needs to
cities
stop in
don't know
Xbox
that
Live.
stuff, like,
Well,
a
sure.
lot of these,
That's the
a lot
problem,
of these
is that they
people
don't
in
know.
this, a lot of these people in this group, or in this community, so to speak, they're not going to be able to join the military for whatever reasons.
Precisely why we
And
cannot hold it over
they see someone in UHAR, or they see someone with moto tattoos. Like, I'll be honest, I got 4 tattoos, and I got them all during military service, with the exception of one. 3 of them were during military time, and one was like maybe a year after I got out. I mean, when someone tells me thank you for your service, it kind of, I wouldn't say pain me, but it feels kind of cringy, because really, I'll be honest, I think about this time and time again. Like, I feel like I haven't done my time, or done what I wanted to do. Like, besides from freaking being bullshitted into the fucking military by my recruiter, into doing this shitty job, which is fucking the cook. Like, I fucking cook for people, but again, they're good people. I wanted to, like, when the time came, I wanted to go to the Middle East, and my chain commander was like, no, they don't need more cooks over there, but we'll send someone else over there, blah, blah, blah. It's like, fuck. But, no, I regret not being able to do what I was trained to do. Besides cook. But it's whatever, man. I don't know.
Yeah, so back to the point I was getting at though is I don't know where you went with that one, man. I was letting you express yourself, man. That was all you, man. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm here for you. We as veterans got to stop holding ourselves, or active duty, holding ourselves to a higher pedestal than anybody else in Xbox Live. Because let's be honest, motherfucker, you're gonna die in 100 years just like I will, just like they will. It does not matter what we do.
Fuck
A
that,
billion
I'm
years
living
from
for
now.
eternity. I'm gonna get baboon
Yeah,
hearts.
okay, sure. Then please do that. A billion years from now, imploring society and humanity survives across the stars. No one's going to give a fuck about the country that you fought for on some planet they've never heard of. Sorry, your efforts are worthless, devil. Now I appreciate it, now get off it. So this military society in Milsim is important, that we respect and honor the military, but we all must understand that we are Milsim are all equals. No one is more important than the other in Milsim, except in terms of what rank you've actually earned in Milsim. It doesn't matter in real life. Thank you for your life service, but it's not necessary to bring that here. Bring your skills, bring your knowledge, don't bring your attitude and your cockiness. You know, so this military veteran-only community is only going to breed problems.
Well, no,
So what's
no,
gonna
it's
happen
not.
as
It's
well-
not. It's not a veteran-only community. It's just a team.
Led by veterans, taught by veterans. Sure. Isn't every Milsim 1FR has the same kind of title? I've had over 20 vets, including myself, run and lead this team, if not more. Probably more, actually. You know. So honestly, it doesn't mean shit. You know, like what does it matter? What matters is the credentials of the team. And I highly recommend right now, don't make that Milsim. If you're out there listening, don't make that Milsim. You're gonna cause yourself problems. Stick with the current focus. Focus on the good teams. Stop making new teams. That's a new subject right there. Stop making new teams. Follow orders. Be a private, for fuck's sakes. When I say you, I don't mean insult, I mean whoever's listening. You do not deserve the rank you have unless you're giving it by a superior commissioned officer. You can't just go out there and assume the rank that you want. Why do we have so many damn colonels, you know? So many damn generals.
Alright.
Dumb, right?
We've seen a bunch of colonels.
I think Milsim needs to stop. Well, what's funny is because I set that standard. Before me, there was a bunch of generals. When I set colonel and 1FR becomes a big deal, it kind of came normal to see colonel. You never saw general. So I just like me being cocky with everything else, I take claim in that too, the colonel standard. The argument is, oh well, it's hard to get to general on purpose. Yeah, well, it's hard to get to colonel as well. No, I think Milsim needs to stop letting new teams build. I think we need to make a definitive line: no more new teams. If you die, no more, and let the old teams and let the good teams grow. Because right now, let's say right now we have 100 Milsim teams out there. 100. Let's just make it easy math. 100 Milsim teams, implying 100 Milsim teams have at least 10 members. That is 1,000 people in Milsim. The problem is that we're all getting from the same source. Same source. So that's 1,000 people. If I only have 10, that means that's 990 people I cannot reach. These small, minimal, worthless teams who are taking up 5, 6, 10 people should not be here because they are taking up from good teams like 17th, RMC, hell, even 5MR is big enough to be counted as a good team. Quality-wise, we're going to discuss, but they're big enough to be considered a good team. They are not able to recruit effectively because these small teams who are just there wasting their breath and time. You have some Joe Blow asshole. I know you all imagine some guy who, when I say that, some guy who doesn't deserve to be there. He's in that chat saying, "Oh, I'm a captain, I'm a lieutenant, or whatever. You know, you gotta respect my vote." Why do we gotta respect this guy's vote? Why do you have to respect? We need to get rid of these minimal teams and let the big teams, the good teams, survive. There should be no more than 15 to 20 Milsims. Anything past that shouldn't exist. How many countries are there in the world? You know, like maybe 200 and something, but how many billions of people are there in the world?
170 or something.
Yeah, and how many billions of people are there in the world? You need to have big societies, not bunches of tiny societies. It's like right now the fucking pre-1400s feudal societies where every city is its own country instead of every country, you know? We need to start establishing real countries here, not just these city-states. I don't know. That's just my advice to Milsim. I don't do the voting shit because it's worthless. The voting's worthless, so I don't bother with it.
All right.
You good, man?
Yeah.
Drink some water.
Fuck yeah, I want to drink beer. Beer's hydrating.
Actually, it has salt in it. Did you know that? They put salt in beer to make you keep drinking it.
Well, salt's as bad as they say, which is probably thickening.
It dehydrates you. Salt on its own is good, but salt in water is bad because it replaces necessary nutrients in your body and puts salt in it. That's why salt water is bad for you, but salt's good for you. That's why. It hijacks
so you want to have an acid trip without the acid? Drink salt water.
I don't know, man. It hijacks the cardiovascular system. I don't recommend it.
But that's all the questions I got for today, man.
Coolio. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. It's always fun talking. We always get off on random tangents too, which is fun. It's not really structured, which is fun. Yeah, man. If you ever want me to talk again, just let me know.
All right, will do. First of all,
awesome.
To everybody. All right, and shit.